Hello everyone, Kirk Franklin, the multi-award-winning gospel artist, songwriter, and choir director whose musical genius has revolutionized contemporary gospel music for nearly 3 decades, has always been seen as a beacon of faith, creativity, and perseverance. A man whose journey from abandonment and poverty to global stardom inspired millions around the world. But behind the uplifting lyrics and the sold-out concerts, there has long existed a painful, complicated family story that many fans suspected was much darker than Franklin ever let on. And now the Franklin family has finally come forward to confirm the rumors that have been circling for years, sending shockwaves through the gospel community and forcing both admirers and critics to confront the truth about what life has really been like for one of gospel's most celebrated families. To truly understand the weight of this confirmation, it's important to revisit Kirk's backstory, because his life has always been a testimony of triumph over pain. Born in 1970 in Fort Worth, Texas, abandoned by both biological parents, and raised by his elderly Aunt Gertrude, Kirk grew up with a sense of rejection that shaped his worldview. Yet even in that brokenness, he discovered music, learning piano at a young age, and eventually directing church choirs that would blossom into his professional career, leading to groundbreaking albums like God's Property, The Rebirth of Kirk Franklin, and Hello Fear, that not only broke gospel sales records, but introduced the genre to mainstream audiences. Still, while the world saw an energetic, God-fearing performer, behind the scenes Kirk was battling inner demons, from his well-documented struggles with addiction in his early years to the far less public but even more painful conflicts within his family. And it was those conflicts that gave rise to the rumors that now, after years of speculation, the Franklin family has finally confirmed. Central to this story is Kirk's strained relationship with his oldest son, Kerrion Franklin, whose very public feud with his father spilled into the headlines in 2021 when Kerrion released an audio recording of a heated phone call in which Kirk could be heard cursing him out, an incident that shocked fans who had always known Kirk as a spiritual leader, but which insiders said was just the tip of the iceberg of years of tension, estrangement, and hurt. And while many in the gospel community defended Kirk as a father dealing with a difficult child, others began to whisper about deeper dysfunction within the Franklin household, fueling rumors that Kirk's picture-perfect family life with his wife Tammy and their children was not as harmonious as it seemed. Now, with the family confirming that the rumors of division, unresolved trauma, and painful estrangement were indeed true, fans are beginning to see that the Franklin legacy is not only about songs of victory, but also about the messy reality of broken relationships, because while Kirk has often spoken about grace and forgiveness, living those principles out in the face of generational wounds has proven far harder than preaching or singing about them. Insiders say the confirmation comes after years of internal struggle, with Tammy Franklin herself admitting that maintaining unity in a blended family has been exhausting, that the toll of raising children under public scrutiny, while also dealing with Kerrion's accusations, created fractures that could no longer be hidden, and that Kirk himself has wrestled with guilt over how his own childhood pain may have influenced his parenting, creating cycles he is now desperate to break. Yet within the sadness of this revelation lies a glimmer of hope, because the family has not confirmed the rumors in order to shame or divide, but rather to begin the difficult process of healing, acknowledging openly that yes, there has been dysfunction, yes, there have been words spoken that cannot be taken back, and yes, the rumors of estrangement are true, but also affirming that they are actively pursuing reconciliation through therapy, counseling, prayer, and a commitment to breaking the silence that has weighed on them for years. This confirmation has sparked heated debates online, with some critics calling Kirk a hypocrite for preaching love while battling with his own child. But many others have defended him, arguing that his willingness to admit imperfection is what makes his testimony authentic, because gospel is not about perfection but about redemption, and in that sense, Kirk Franklin's most powerful message may not be a song but his family's choice to confront the truth and seek healing. Social media is filled with fans expressing a mix of heartbreak sharing their
and
own family struggles and thanking the Franklins for proving that even public figures can face the same battles. And while it may have shattered the illusion of the perfect gospel family, it has also humanized Kirk in a way that resonates deeply with those who know that faith does not erase hardship but equips us to endure it. Moving forward, the question is whether Kirk and Kerrion can truly reconcile, whether years of resentment can be healed, and whether the family can rewrite its story not as one of secrecy and scandal but as one of transparency and restoration. And while only time will tell, one thing is clear. By finally confirming the rumors that have hovered over them for years, the Franklin family has taken a courageous first step toward rewriting their narrative, proving once again that even in the darkest valleys, there is still the possibility of light, healing, and grace. And perhaps that is the greatest gospel message of all. Thanks for watching.